I got married at 20 years old. No idea what I was doing. Delivering pizzas. I'd already dropped out of 2 university programs, from acting school to biomedical sciences. And a week after I got married, my father-in-law sat me down. To give you some context, he has done extremely well for himself. He's a urologist in Abu Dhabi. He owns a clinic, dozens of properties all around the world. And he sat me down and told me, in so many words, Elie, if you expect that you're going to marry my daughter and deliver pizzas for the rest of your life, then you have made a big mistake. He then proceeded to tell me the story about how he made a name for himself, the hard work that he put in, the studying, the work, the PhDs, buying his first house, and providing for his kids. And at the time, I was making $15,000, $20,000 a year delivering pizzas, probably less, surviving on tips and delivery charge. But it ignited a spark under me. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I had to do something. Fast forward to today. I'm now 25 years old, and I've built a business that has provided for us, allowed us to do the things that we love, allowed my wife to work as a passion, not as something that needs to provide an income for our household. I have served and changed the lives of hundreds of clients. I have made more than 6 figures online. I can't say more than. I've made 6 figures online. And today I want to tell you that story and show you how you can do it too. Because I was stuck delivering pizzas. I was stuck working with zero skills and not having any idea what I was going to be doing with my life. And here I am today. So my name is Elie, and this is video 1 of my new business offer, building this new business and helping you to start your first digital product business online, make your first dollar online, to eventually quit your 9 to 5, achieve personal freedom and financial freedom, spend more time with your kids and your loved ones, even if it be, where I was, wanting to retire your parents, helping you to do that, because it is possible. Most people right now are losing their jobs because AI is gaining the skills in order to replace them. But what a lot of people don't realize is when AI is becoming so advanced that many people are being laid off, that also means that there is an opportunity for a select few people who are willing to take the risk to create $1 million businesses, hundreds of $1 million businesses. Even right now, some people are saying that there are one-person $1 billion businesses that are possible with AI. That is the magnitude of work that it can do on your behalf. And all you have to do is understand how to use it and how to leverage it for your benefit. And that's the goal of my new business, helping you to do that. Because I've done it. I haven't made $1 million, but I've done well enough for myself as a business owner. I hit my first $10,000 a month at 22 years old, when beforehand I was only making $2,000 a month. So let me walk you through a little bit of my story, because some people tell me it's an interesting one. After getting married, I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I had already done 2 years of acting school and decided that that future was not for me. I did a year of biomedical sciences, decided this isn't for me either. It was in 2021. No. In 2018, 2019, I started experimenting a little bit with personal training. At my university, some people were asking me if I can give them some training sessions and training plans, and I decided, why not? Just hit it a little bit for free. And in 2022, I was going to get my personal training certificate. I had the conversation with my father-in-law, who told me I need to be doing something with my life. So this was the reasonable next step, because I loved fitness. So I got my personal training certificate. I then got my nutrition certificate from Precision Nutrition. I applied to a bunch of jobs, and I started working at Orange Theory as a coach. For around 6 months, I was working at Orange Theory part-time while also building my own business on the side. And eventually it came to a point where I was able to quit Orange Theory and focus completely on my own business. The first couple of months were still pretty rough. I only made $800 here, $500 here, $700 per month, supplying my wife and I, which was difficult to say the least. But I believe that business is just a bunch of skills that once you acquire them and you get them, in the right order, you are just simply leveling up every single time. And so the skill that I was missing at that time was paid marketing, making ads. And so I paid for a few programs. The first program I paid for was $10,000 to teach me how to make an online business. After that one, I then paid around 6 months later, another 7,000 US dollars to teach me how to essentially run paid ads. And that one actually brought it's the one that helped me to generate so much attention and demand for my business that I was even able to hire someone to help me coach. It was a really interesting time for me. But something I didn't know is that there are expiry dates to paid ads. And unfortunately, the ads I were running stopped working. My business coaches at the time had no idea why, and neither did I. And quite simply, I just think that they weren't experienced enough in business to know why, because I was learning from business coaches who were in the same state of business that I was in. So lo and behold, they had no answers. They just told me that, you have to stick through the valleys. It was, anyways, stay motivated, stay encouraged, keep up the good work, stick through the valleys, and there'll come a time where you'll see the momentum again. But my ads stopped working. My offer lost traction, and I went from hitting $10,000 months to $0 months. My clients churned, I lost motivation, and I just stopped putting in the work. And fast forward around 10 to 12 months, my cycling coach offered me a free course of his. Typically costs a couple $100, I think $500 or $700 or something. He offered it to me for free. It was strength training for cyclists. I thought it was a really good idea because I'm like, you know what? I love cycling. Worst case scenario, I just get better myself, training myself. Best case scenario is I help a lot of other cyclists to get better as well. So I took the course. I created a program called Ride with Purpose. I started creating content every day, 3 times a day, just like mass content. Again, ran paid ads. And through the course of time, of course, there were ups and downs, but through the course of time, we started hitting $15,000 months, $20,000 months. And I hit records in business I didn't even think were possible. All doing this online. I had people paying me $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 just for 12 weeks of coaching online. On top of that, I had built an ebook. It was 75 pages. I wrote and then had AI edit and add context and add scientific studies. I added visuals. I made it pretty. I called it the Lean Cyclist Blueprint. I took the very pain points and dream aspirations that my ideal client wanted, packaged it into a really nice ebook, and sold it. I made over $1,000 from that ebook. Things I never thought were possible. Now, in January of 2026, where we are today is March something. It's the end of March 2026. But in January, I decided I don't want to do online coaching anymore because AI is becoming so capable of replacing the very things that I was delivering. So I stepped away from that and started brainstorming to myself, what can I do to provide value and to help people? And that brings me to where we are today. Today, I have just founded my new company, 77. Why 77? Well, it is my parents founded Pizza 77 and worked in Pizza 77, their small restaurant, my entire life, from when I was born until they just retired 2 years ago. They slaved away for me, for my brother, in order to give us the future that they tried to give us, that they wanted to give us. They came as immigrants from Lebanon, not having a single dollar to their name, working 7 days a week, 12 to 14-hour days in this family restaurant. And they are the ones that instilled within me the work ethic that I have today, the values, morals, everything I have today, I owe to them. And so this company is called 77 to directly honor my parents. I want to help you and people like you and I to start digital product businesses, to make your first $1,000, $5,000 online. Who knows what that can change in your life? Instead of being laid off because of AI, to leverage AI to work for you, to build a business that changes your life. So, and I hope you follow along for lessons and tips and full-on teaching on how to do this. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do follow along, and we'll catch you next time. Ciao.